So after the way the Buckeyes won last night, I was not going to let the Browns game get me down today. Not like you even expect them to win at any point anymore. You know, I think that's a big problem for the Browns at this point. Their fans are just starting to not care. I don't know, starting to not care. They haven't for a while. So, you know, even early on, Crowell gets a 26-yard touchdown run. It was an interesting crowd over in London. You know, it seemed like during gameplay, for the most part, the place was pretty quiet. They didn't really have a team to root for. I think by the end, maybe they were kind of bandwagoning the Vikings a little bit. Just like, you know, it takes about 3 quarters to be like, well, the Browns aren't that great of a football team. It's kind of how the crowd seemed over in London anyhow. But other than that, you know, it just seemed like a normal game. The end zones weren't painted, just had the words out there, Browns, Vikings. But other than that, it just seemed like a normal game, I suppose. You know, they booed on one penalty. Collins got a penalty called on him for, well, you know, some quarterback hit, whatever. You know how that goes now. So at halftime, they got another touchdown run from Kizer in the first half, holding us Vikings in check for the most part. 13-12 at halftime. Of course, they missed an extra point in there as well on that first touchdown. Gonzalez also missed a field goal. But in the second half, that's all the Browns got. 3 more points. 33-16 was the final score. Kyle Rudolph scores a touchdown in the fourth quarter, making it 30-16. Pretty much ending the game right there. The Vikings didn't tack on a trash field goal at the end. So, I don't know. 0-8. They're at the halfway point. Doesn't really matter at this point, I suppose. You know, it's nice that they were done earlier today, I guess. Whatever. I said I wasn't going to let them get me down after that Buckeyes win, and you know, I'm just like, man, how pathetic is this? There was times last night with that Ohio State game, I felt like I was watching a Browns game. They give up a kick return for a touchdown. They fumble the ball. False start penalties left and right. Drops. But, you know, of course, they turn around and win the game. It's not really usually happening with the Browns. So 0-8 at this point, it looks like. You know, if they win a few games, that'll be a bonus. 0-16, possibility. Hugh Jackson will probably survive the season, but no longer. Who knows about Sashi and Paul DePodesta. They got some draft picks. So that's it. You know, not even, I mean, somewhat competitive, I guess you could say. It was 13-12 at halftime, but again, they never, you know, it never feels like they're going to win. Like, even at 13-12, it still felt like the Vikings were in control of that game. That's how it goes. More than a Thielen. Boom. Ah! That was a horrible way to end it. I think that's what that guy said. One of the announcers said that. Flaming out bad here. It's a bummer, man. It fucking sucks. They're 0-8. I'm starting to wonder, why do I even like them? What's the point? Why am I wasting my time doing all this? Why do you? I mean, you know, if anybody's watching still at this point, why? I don't even like the sport of football that much. I just kind of like my teams, you know. Like, I really enjoyed that Ohio State game last night. Like, I'm not going to watch the 4 o'clock games today or the 1 o'clock games today. I never watch Monday Night Football. Less than once every decade the Browns are on there. So I don't know. I don't know why I do it every Sunday. 16 Sundays a year. Good news with the Browns is it's only 16 Sundays. Every now and then a Thursday snuck in there on you. They don't even bother doing that with them anymore, do they? Now they're shipping them off to London. They go to another country. They still stink. Doesn't matter. No Myles Garrett today. No, a lot of guys out again. But, you know, week 8 in the NFL, what do you expect? They got a bye week coming up. I don't know, I've just rambled on here for about the last 3 minutes. Pretty much rambled on for the last 3 years when it comes to the Browns. It's terrible. It's embarrassing. I don't know. Whatever. You know, it is what it is, as they say. They stink. Somebody's got to stink. You know, everybody in the league can't be a playoff team, obviously. There's got to be some bad teams. You know, you got to get your Colts and your 49ers and your Bengals in there every year. The Bengals aren't that low. But you know what I'm saying. They're having a tough go of it this year as well. And then you got teams like the Browns. Just every year, they're going to be in that top 5 draft. Lately, #1 pick. All right, that's enough. Enough. We're done. Boom. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. If you hung in there this long, definitely thanks. If you didn't hang in here this long, you never even fucking heard that. So, boom. We're out of here.